You wake up and the alarm goes off. And before your feet even hit the floor, you already feel it. That heavy, foggy, dragging sensation that makes you want to pull the covers back over your head and disappear for another hour. Maybe two. You know you have things to do. You know people are counting on you. But something inside you just feels completely off, and you cannot figure out why. Here is the thing nobody tells you. That feeling is not a willpower problem. It is not a motivation problem. It is a nutrition problem. And once you understand that, everything changes. The morning is the most critical window of your entire day. What you put into your body in those first 60 to 90 minutes sets the chemical tone for literally everything that follows. Your energy, your focus, your mood, your patience, your productivity. All of it is determined not by how badly you want to have a good day, but by what your cells are actually working with. And most people are giving their cells almost nothing. Think about the last time you rushed out the door with just a coffee in hand, or grabbed something quick and sugary that felt fine for 20 minutes and then left you crashing hard before 10 in the morning. You probably told yourself you would eat better tomorrow, and then tomorrow came and nothing changed. That cycle is exhausting, and you deserve to be done with it. Now, before we go deeper into this, we do have related programs linked down below in the video description that go far beyond what we can cover here today. Thousands of people have already transformed their mornings and their overall health using those programs. If you feel like you have already tried everything and nothing sticks, those programs exist specifically for people in that situation. Do not scroll past them. The people who do tend to be the same ones who come back months later saying they wish they had started sooner. But right now, let us talk about what actually makes mornings harder than they need to be. The number one issue is blood sugar instability. When you sleep, your body goes hours without fuel. Your blood sugar drops overnight. If you wake up and immediately have caffeine on an empty stomach, or you skip eating altogether because you are not hungry yet, or you grab a sugary pastry and call it breakfast, your blood sugar spikes and crashes in a vicious wave that leaves you irritable, unfocused, and mentally sluggish by mid-morning. Research consistently shows that people who eat a balanced morning meal with adequate protein experience significantly better cognitive performance, mood stability, and sustained energy throughout the day. We are talking about studies where participants reported up to 40% improvement in focus and mental clarity just from changing what they ate in the morning. 40%. Think about what that would mean for your day. Now here is where people get this wrong. They hear balanced breakfast and immediately think complicated. They picture meal prep on Sundays, fancy ingredients, a kitchen full of chaos. That is not what this is. This is about three things: protein, healthy fats, and fiber. That is the whole formula. Protein is the anchor. Your body uses it to regulate blood sugar, to build and repair tissue, and to produce the neurotransmitters that control your mood and focus. When you do not get enough protein in the morning, your brain literally does not have what it needs to produce serotonin and dopamine at functional levels. So that flat, unmotivated, why does everything feel hard feeling you sometimes get by 9 in the morning? That is partially a protein deficiency showing up in real time. Healthy fats are the slow burn. They keep your energy stable between meals, they support brain function, and they help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Without them, you run out of fuel fast. You know that sudden wall you hit around mid-morning where you cannot concentrate and everything feels urgent and stressful? That wall is what happens when your body has no sustained energy source to draw from. Fiber is the regulator. It slows digestion, keeps your blood sugar from spiking, and keeps you full long enough to actually function without thinking about food every 20 minutes. Eggs with some avocado. Greek yogurt with nuts and berries. A smoothie made with protein powder, nut butter, and leafy greens. These are not complicated things. They take 5 to 10 minutes. And the difference they make is not subtle. Within 3 days of consistently eating a morning meal built around those three elements, most people report feeling noticeably different. More awake, more even-keeled, less reactive, more capable. Within 2 weeks, the transformation people describe is dramatic. They stop reaching for 3 cups of coffee before noon. They stop having that emotional crash in the afternoon. They stop going to bed exhausted but unable to sleep because their cortisol was spiking and dropping all day from poor nutrition timing. One of the most powerful shifts comes from something called meal timing, paired with hydration. Before you eat anything in the morning, drink water. Before coffee, before food, just water. Your body wakes up dehydrated, every single morning. After hours without fluids, your blood is slightly thicker, your cells are less efficient, and your brain is not firing at full capacity. Even mild dehydration, and we are talking just 1 or 2% dehydration, has been shown in clinical settings to impair memory, concentration, and mood. Just 1 glass of water before anything else begins reversing that within minutes. Pair the water with your protein, fat, and fiber meal within the first 90 minutes of waking up. and you have just given your body and brain what they need to actually show up for the day. Now, here is what most people skip over, and it is the part that makes everything else stick. Consistency. Not perfection, consistency. Your body is a pattern-recognizing machine. When you eat at roughly the same time each morning and you give it the same quality of nutrition, your hormones adapt. Your hunger cues start to align with that window. Your cortisol response in the morning becomes more regulated. Your body starts releasing energy more predictably because it has learned it can trust the pattern. People who establish a consistent morning nutrition routine report something remarkable within 4 to 6 weeks. Mornings stop feeling like something that happens to them and start feeling like something they are in control of. That shift in identity, from someone who struggles with mornings to someone who has a handle on their mornings, changes how they approach the rest of the day. It changes how they handle stress. It changes their relationships. It changes their performance at work. Everything is downstream of how you start. And this is not a personality thing. This is not for people who are naturally disciplined or naturally organized. This works for chaotic people, for busy people, for exhausted people, for people who have tried and failed before. In fact, the people who tend to benefit the most from getting this dialed in are the ones who have felt like they could never quite get it together in the mornings, because for them, this is the missing piece, the piece they did not know they were missing. If that sounds like you, if mornings have felt like a battle you keep losing, if you have tried motivation tactics and early alarm tricks and none of it held because the foundation was never in place, this is your foundation. Nutrition. Every single morning. Simple, consistent, intentional nutrition. You do not need a perfect life to do this. You need 5 to 10 minutes and a decision to stop letting chaos dictate how your days begin. The people who are thriving right now, the people who seem to have their energy, their focus, their health dialed in, they are not operating on willpower. They have systems. Simple, repeatable, non-negotiable systems that protect how they feel every single day. You can have that too, starting tomorrow morning. And if you want to go deeper, if you want a clear, structured approach that takes all the guesswork out and shows you exactly how to build this kind of routine in a way that actually sticks, the programs we have linked down below in the video description are there for you. They exist because what we covered today is just the beginning. The people who take that next step and use those programs do not just change their mornings, they change their lives. And the ones who wait tend to keep waiting. Do not be that person. The link is right below this video. Go now.